Good morning. My name is Marcus Solar. I'm one of the annuity directors here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. Wanted to thank you for joining us this morning. We have a privilege of having Jake Quigley-Rollion with Nassau Re this morning. They bring to the table a tremendous lineup of products and solutions to help your clients achieve their financial goals when it comes to the retirement income planning, both on the accumulation and income side of the house, especially with the income bonus up to 45%, which Jake will break into a little bit in more deeper details as we get into the webinar, but also on the accumulation side. And they have some tremendous value on their multi-year guarantee line as well, with some tremendously good rates there, and some comp specials that are running out here as we reach the end of the year. So before we get into all the details there, this is going to be a recorded webinar this morning. So if you do get pulled away, I do appreciate you taking time to listen in this morning. Please let me know. I'll be more than happy to get you out a copy of the recorded webinar this morning. Nassau Re has been a premier partner of Insurance Agency Marketing for many 7, 8 years now. We appreciate the partnership there. We appreciate Jake taking some time out to cover their product portfolio with us this morning. But before we get into their product portfolio, I'm going to cover some additional value adds from the insurance agency marketing standpoint this morning to show you how we help advisors grow their practice as we end 2022 and head into 2023. If you have any questions, please put them in the box on the right side there, as we will be covering a lot of information this morning, and we'd like to cover those questions as we go through the webinar this morning. Again, my name is Marcus Solar. I'm one of the annuity directors here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. I've been here over 7 years, and I focus and specialize on the annuity side. You can reach me either at the office at 800-255-5055. My extension is 329, or my email is marcus@iamsinc.com. We offer a new producer builder program if you are new to the Insurance Agency Marketing Services family. This is a new producer builder program, which is a way for us to say thank you and welcome aboard. Welcome to the family, per se. It is good for your fixed indexed annuity premium and single premium life premium coming through the door for the first 180 days or 6 months. It is based on that premium. $100,000 level, you can either take $750 in cash back or a 1,500 piece postcard mailer to help fill the pipeline with prospects to see, all the way to the $1 million level. You can either choose 8 to 10 preset, pre-qualified prospects to line up your appointment calendar with, or we can help you with some core story brand builder, getting published in major publications like ABC, Fox News, NBC, etc. So again, it's ways that we can help you grow your practice, grow your availability within your own network, a way for us to say thank you and welcome aboard to the family. We also have the IAMS Business Builders. We do understand here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services that it is very, very expensive to run your practice. How can we help you run your business and share in those upcoming costs? There's 2 different, very specific ways. If you like what we do here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services and you refer a partner or another agent in the field to us, we have the referral producer program. We pay you when your referral contracts with us, when they write business on an ongoing basis. We also have the marketing reimbursement program. We pay you $100 in marketing reimbursement for every $100,000 in indexed annuity premium, $200 for every $100,000 in single premium life, and $200 for every $10,000 in life target. Again, these are ways that you can offset expenses in your office on an ongoing basis, or lead programs on an ongoing basis, so we can help share in your expenses as a true partnership does long term. I think we have also some of the best back office support, really saving you time and money so you can do what you do best, which is stay in front of prospects and clients alike. We do have the forms at your fingertips. We have some of the best case design teams here with the annuity directors and life insurance directors at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. They can help you with some of the top sales coaching and expertise. We have paperless contracting, which saves you a ton of time. And we have some of the best building tools and resources at your fingertips available out on our website, which I will get into here in just a few minutes. Before I get into the website, Steve Murray, our president here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services, has made a promise to the field that every phone call coming into our office is answered within 2 rings. There is a 2-ring challenge. If it wasn't for you, the advisor in the field, it would not be for us here in the office, and we do understand that. Therefore, every phone call is answered live. We do not have a voicemail system here because we do understand during regular business hours the importance of every phone call coming into the office, so we will answer those with a live person within 2 rings. Outside of the office hours, we do have the IAMS website. It does have quote software both on the annuity and life side. It has current annuity news and updates, industry links. One of the best tools available for our advisors out on the website is the Sales Resource Library, which has presentation tools, tax information, etc. I would invite you to go out and take a look at that at www.iamsinc.com. And it also offers any forms that you might need for your appointments while you're out in the field on the weekend. And when you're out on those appointments on the weekend, if you are writing an application, Firelight, which is our electronic e-application process, is available out on www.iamsinc.com. Once you are registered for our Firelight system, Nassau, just like several other carriers listed on the screen in front of you, are available for the e-application process. This is a tremendous opportunity to do all electronic forms. It does eliminate all errors, so you don't have to go back and get initials or do corrections on paperwork, which ultimately gets those policies back to your clients quicker and gets you paid on business much faster. If you have any questions on our Firelight system or our website or how to fill out an application, please give our annuity sales directors here a call. They will be more than happy to walk you through that process. Again, you can reach them at the number at the lower part of the screen at 800-255-5055, and they will be more than happy to walk you through that process. We do have the Creative Marketing Solutions, which is our marketing department. It is run by Curtis Hawks and Jacob Tedlock. Those 2 individuals can answer any questions that you might have with regards to marketing, whether you're just getting into the practice or business and you need help with a letterhead, website, you need help with logo design, or if you've been in the business for 20 years and you want to do some social media marketing, you want to do some more creative green screening for some of the major networks, no matter where you are, they'll meet you where you are and help you achieve that next level. So if you have questions on digital solutions or agency solutions, or what we can do to help you really work your brand and develop your brand in your own arena, in your own backyard, to help you really take advantage of your own marketing in your own area, please give us a call. We'll be able to answer any questions for you with regards to marketing solutions. We do offer Retirement Analyzer, which is a retirement income software planning tool. Besides answering the questions at the bottom of the screen, like how would it affect my family if I die prematurely? What if the plan in which you believe to be true turned out not to be true when it comes to your retirement income planning? When would you like to know, today or the first day of retirement? This is a tool that you can go back to your clients on an annual basis on those annual reviews and make changes each and every year. It's very flexible. The nice thing about the software itself is it is not product or company specific, so you can go in and make recommendations for all sorts of different companies or products based on their retirement need. It is also not just an annuity software. You can make recommendations, annuity, long-term care, life insurance, and multiples in each one of those categories as well. So if you're currently licensed through Insurance Agency Marketing Services and writing business, we do offer the software as a free value add to our advisors to be able to utilize this with your clients. If you'd like more information on Retirement Analyzer, please give our office a call. Any of the annuity or life marketers would be more than happy to talk to you about Retirement Analyzer. You can reach us here at the office with any questions. We did bring on board IAMS Wealth Management. It is a choice for financial advisors if you are considering getting your Series 65 license, so you are not leaving that money on the table and running the risk of losing that business to a competitor down the street. Please give our office a call. What we have found is it not only strengthens the client relationships, it builds retention within your practice and increases your revenue long term. But any questions you have in attaining that Series 65 license, you can certainly call in and talk to Charles Herring Jr. or Mike Hansen. They would be more than happy to answer any questions with regards to that Series 65 license for you and what it would take for you to join the IAMS Wealth Management team. Again, you can reach them at 800-255-5055 as we head into the new year. If you are up on social media, you like to follow for updated trends and articles, what's going on in the industry, here are our two links for Facebook and LinkedIn, our social media. We try to update these on not only just a daily basis, but a weekly basis on trends going on within the industry. Love to have you join the family with those two links and love to have you follow us. So please click on the link, copy them, follow us, subscribe, and we'll see you in the future on both those links. At this point in time, I would like to thank Jake Quagliaroli for joining us this morning. NASA has been a premier partner of Insurance Agency Marketing for over 7 years. I've been working with NASA for about 7 years now. They bring to the table a tremendous portfolio of products, both on the accumulation and income side, very flexible, older ages, and allows you to really help your clients recover from market turbulence and achieve those income goals that they want long term without giving up years of forfeit of income or less income to try to get that back. So at this point in time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Jake. Again, Jake, I do appreciate you taking time to join us this morning.
Awesome, Marcus. Well, thank you. Thank you for the intro. Thanks for everything that you guys do to support the industry, to support the advisors in the field. To your point earlier, obviously a very strong partnership in terms of building brand recognition, in terms of building value add to the end producer. So again, thank you for everything on your end. Thank you for everybody on the call taking time to join us today. To Marcus's point, what we're going to do is highlight a little bit about NASA upfront, talk about some value add to you, and some opportunities that are coming over the next 3-4 weeks. From there, we're going to take a deep dive into the NASA Personal Income Annuity, and we're going to highlight the product. I'm going to show you 3 different sales concepts or strategies to really maximize the benefits. And then from there, we're just going to quickly highlight a couple of the other, obviously, products in the portfolio, highlighting, again, differentiators of really the why NASA. Before we get going, as I mentioned, want to do a couple housekeeping items up front. You see the home office building, Nassau Life and Annuity Company, two-sided building, first two-sided building in the United States, domiciled downtown Hartford, Connecticut. With that New York and Connecticut-based organization, you can see it really backs our 170-year history. So we have been keeping promises to your policyholders and clients for over 170 years. The strength in Nassau is really the strength in numbers. You can see currently solvency ratio sits at a very strong 106%. Over $20 billion in assets under management and roughly 400,000 policies in force. To me, the biggest number, though, to focus on is at the lower half of the screen, and that's 2 AM Best upgrades in the last 3 years. We have been able to maintain a very strong growth pattern since a really rebrand from Phoenix Life and Annuity in 2016 over to Nassau. With that transition, again, seen a very strong transformation from the financial platform, leading to those 2 AM Best upgrades in the last 3 years. Not only has the transformation impacted the rating of the company, it's really also impacted the product portfolio and the service platform. Was actually having a conversation earlier this morning with an advisor who had a cash with app case that they were still looking to get placed this year. Unfortunately, when you think about the service platform that we've seen, not just in our industry, but the service industry as a whole, we've had a lot of challenges overall. I will let you know that we will still be able to get business issued this year. It is one of the key pillars of our partnership with insurance agency marketing and you, the advisor in the field. We are committed to providing a best-in-class experience, and we've been able to navigate through these difficult times while still providing significant strength on that platform. We have a great value-add program. Marcus highlighted or hinted at a couple benefits, a couple commission opportunities. We're going to break those down before then we get into the product portfolio, not just taking a deep dive on the product, but really giving you sales strategies and differentiators to help separate you from the competition, to leverage and maximize the benefits to the end user, your client. But before we get into the product side of things, again, first off, want to talk about that service platform. Won a case this morning, the competitiveness of the product, but also the ability to get this piece of business paid. You saw the Firelight system that Marcus highlighted earlier in the presentation. Nassau operates on Firelight. In addition to that Firelight platform, though, we have what we call our Suitability Instant Decision Guarantee tool. I have been talking about this tool for months, and I will tell you this, the advisors that have come in and utilized this tool, their experience with Nassau, their speed to issue, is even faster than our overall turnaround of 17 to 18 days. What is the Suitability Instant Decision Guarantee tool? It is a piece in front of our eApp platform. It's going to gather information that you would have during the client fact find, information that you would have to put in the suitability paperwork anyways. If it's a transfer scenario, we're going to get some basic high-level information on the current policy in force. It's going to take you probably 5 or so minutes to complete this Suitability Instant Decision Guarantee tool, this form. You submit that information, you hit the button, you're going to instantaneously receive either a green light, which is automatic approval. That case has already been approved. You don't have to worry about going back and forth, getting initials, giving explanations, getting a letter of explanation. That piece of business has already been approved by our suitability department. If you don't receive that auto green light, you get, say, a yellow light. Again, that doesn't mean that the business is going to be declined. It just means one of my suitability analysts has to put human eyes on it. Something doesn't line up with the algorithm. Today, our suitability decline rate sits at less than 1.5%. So business coming into Nassau is getting issued. If you get that auto green light, you can hit the move forward button, which is going to transfer or auto-populate all of that information into the eApp. So again, less work that you're going to have to do on your end to continue to move through the system. Value add. What are the benefits on top of what insurance agency marketing offers to you that you can get from Nassau? Marcus mentioned commission special. We have a 75 basis point commission special running through January 15th. So any application submitted, any indexed annuity submitted through year end, and then for the first couple weeks of January, you're going to earn an additional 75 basis points in compensation paid as part of your normal compensation. If it's a multi-year guaranteed annuity and Nassau has the top 4 and 5 year rate in the industry today, you're going to earn an additional 23 basis points in compensation. That's in addition to if you were able to qualify for our Nassau Elite program, our calendar year-long value add program. So let's put it all together. 75 basis points for FIA submits through January 15th, 23 basis points for multi-year guaranteed annuity contracts. And if you're able to get that business issued before year end, cash with app scenario, we're going to pay you an additional 10 basis points on all business issued through the end of December, meaning that's an additional 85 or 33 basis points, depending on which type of application you submit. In addition to that, we have our very popular, very attainable Nassau Elite program. This is our way of thanking you for partnering with one of our preferred distribution partners, Insurance Agency Marketing. What this program is, and it will continue, This is sort of hot off the presses. I haven't even had the opportunity to tell Marcus this, but we will be continuing our Nassau Elite program in 2023, and it will require only $1.75 million in calendar year FIA premium to qualify as Nassau Elite. In addition, we are bringing multi-year guaranteed annuity sales into the program. They will count at a 3-to-1 discount rate, meaning $300,000 in MIGA premium equals $100,000 in qualifying credits towards qualifying as Nassau Elite. What does Nassau Elite get you? Your first year qualifying, we're going to pay you an additional 50 basis points on index annuity production retro to $1. That bonus, I believe, don't hold me to this, but I believe it's going to be 15 additional basis points on MIGA sales retro to $1. Your second consecutive year qualifying, and each and every year thereafter that you consecutively qualify, it increases the bonus up to 75 basis points on FIA premium retro to $1, and I believe 25 basis points on multi-year guaranteed annuity sales. In addition to that, service enhancements. And again, I'll put our service up against anybody else in the industry today. But imagine on top of that great service, having a dedicated new business and post-service case manager tied directly to you at Nassau. One specific person, whether we're talking pre-issue or post-issue, that you can work with to help through maybe more challenging situations. Not only that, if you're one of our top 50 producers, you and a guest will qualify and join us on our Nassau Elite Retreat. This year, it's trending about 2.4 to 2.5 will be our 50th qualifier, so a great opportunity to really maximize your compensation, enhance your service levels, and have the opportunity to enjoy some of the successes that you've had while spending time in a great location. We're going down to the Cove in the Bahamas for production in 2022. Have not yet announced the location, but be on the lookout the first couple weeks of 2023 when we announce the full Elite package for 2023. So just quick high level as we transition to the product side of things, looking at the different sales strategies that are out there. Right now, with all the different compensation bonuses that we have, you have the opportunity to earn on an FIA sale as much as 8.95% in street level commission. If you're a first year Elite qualifier, that's 8.7% in street level commission. An additional roughly $3,500 on a $250,000 application. Take advantage of these great opportunities, really maximize your compensation, help you close this year out strong, and really start 2023 on a high note. But now let's transition and let's talk about product. And again, I'm not just going to sit here and read through the product brochure to give you the high level of what the product is. Yes, we're going to talk about the key differentiators with the product, but then I've got a couple sales strategies that I really want to highlight on this end to help you maximize the income, maximize the benefit that you can receive from the client. When you look at the Nassau portfolio, what I love most about our portfolio is we really have 3 core index annuity products, and each one of them does something different and better in the industry. And it really is, as you see them outlined on the spectrum, as you run through and do a fact find, you've got the opportunity, depending on what the biggest risks and concerns a client might have, to really position a product that accelerates or maximizes that benefit depending on sort of which quarter of offense we're looking at. Are we looking at the top right where we're looking for maximization of income? Maybe we're looking for a competitive income, but a client who's also concerned about critical care or legacy. We've got that with the personal protection choice. Or is it accumulation? We've got some great differentiators with our accumulation product. But today we're really going to highlight the Nassau Personal Income Annuity, our guaranteed lifetime income product. Before we do that, I want to quickly mention our multi-year guaranteed annuity rates. We still have a very strong momentum on this side of things, and we have one of, if not the top 4 and 5 year rate. You can see with the Nassau Simple Annuity, a 4-year multi-year guaranteed of 5.15%. With that 5.15%, you have a built-in 5% liquidity as well as full account value at death. Our 5-year My Annuity has a very strong 5.4% 5-year rate. With that 5.4%, your client has access to required minimum distributions as well as full account value at death. If your client needs a little bit more liquidity than RMD, That's where you're going to elect a 10% penalty-free withdrawal and still receive a very, very competitive 5.2% rate on the 5-year. We also do have 6 and 7 year, but we're seeing a lion's share of multi-year guaranteed annuities on that 5 and less guarantee period. Now let's talk personal income annuity. From a product perspective standpoint, high level, you see a product that issues through age 80 up to $1 million without prior home office approval. When you think about differentiators or why personal income annuity, first and foremost, the ability to do both qualified and non-qualified sales. And on both qualified and non-qualified, on both qualified and non-qualified, you have the ability to do joint payouts. So we can take an IRA, we can take a 401k, and then we can ensure in a spousal situation that asset provides a guaranteed lifetime income for as long as at least one of the individuals is living in a spousal situation. You have access to income as soon as 30 days after issue, not only through the guaranteed lifetime income rider, but our 10% penalty-free withdrawal. So flexibility and customization, and that's really going to lead to some of the crediting sales strategies we're going to talk about in another couple minutes. But the real sizzle with this product, it's hopefully what led you to registering for the webinar today, is that up to 45% guaranteed income bonus. Let's say you've gone through the fact find. That client has a gap in their fixed income expenses in retirement. So Social Security, maybe a small pension plan, isn't going to cover the fixed expenses that client expects to have throughout their life. Maybe that asset that you've uncovered, the goal of it was to supplement Social Security, provide a guaranteed lifetime income for as long as that client lives. The only question you have to ask at that point in time is when. When are you transitioning from the accumulation to the distribution phase? If it's within the first within the first 3 years after issue, you're going to elect the income today rider. That's what you see on the top part of the screen. With that income today rider, your client is going to receive a 30% guaranteed bonus at issue to their income account or benefit base. Think about the power there. Maybe they've, over the last 12 months, 24 months, they have had an asset in a qualified asset, non-qualified asset with full market exposure. That asset is down 20, 30% from its all-time highs. But this is an asset that client needed to provide guaranteed lifetime income throughout their retirement, to supplement some other form of income. You can offset that loss from an income perspective with that immediate 30% bonus with the income today rider. And remember, that client has access to activate that rider as soon as 30 days after issue. So we can start providing a guaranteed lifetime income on a substantially higher value than what's transferring into the policy. But if that client defers 1 year, at the end of the first contract anniversary or 12th month, that client has not activated that lifetime income rider, Nassau is going to add another 7.5% bonus on top of that 30%. And if we defer activating that guaranteed lifetime income rider another 12 months, at the end of the second contract anniversary or 24th month, we had another 7.5% bonus, giving that client a full 45% increase to their income account. For a client whose time horizon was a little bit longer, so maybe they're thinking 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 years down the road, but they're concerned about market volatility. They're concerned about a stagnant market. That's where we're going to elect the income tomorrow rider. Instead of getting a big upfront bonus, here what we're going to do is we're going to grow the client's income account or benefit base at a guaranteed 14% simple per year for up to 10 years or until that client activates the rider, whichever comes first. Again, the power in this is in that predictability. The power is in what you're able to provide from a guaranteed lifetime income perspective. A great opportunity to, again, maximize that income to the client. One of the most positive feedbacks that I get in terms of this product is the simplicity of explanation. The great team at Insurance Agency Marketing, my sales support team, has the ability to put together a customized illustration for each and every client or prospect that you're working with. It's a one-page, side-by-side comparison of the income today versus income tomorrow income. A great opportunity to really sit down and show that client the value of what that 45% bonus or 14% simple roll-up can provide. Now let's talk about a couple sales positioning ideas. If you've seen me present in the past, I use this one consistently, and the reason I do is with the advisors that I work with, over 80% of the producers use this strategy to maximize income. So let's think about first, a client comes in with a $100,000 premium. We show a little bit of growth inside of that $100,000. The old adage is if you provide or withdraw 4% of that retirement savings, there's a 70% chance that you won't outlive that asset. That 4% withdrawal on minimal growth, you can see is going to generate $4,200. But if we're talking about clients that need to guarantee this income, a 30% failure rate is not going to work. What's the industry's response to that? Well, hey, we can do that. You just have to lower that withdrawal rate down to, let's say, 2.8%. And if you drop it down to 2.8%, now there's a 92% chance that you won't outlive that asset. But on that $100,000 deposit, we're generating less than $3,000 in annual income. What kind of lifestyle is that really going to help ensure for that individual? So what we're going to do is we're going to drop that into the personal income annuity. Right off the bat, with the Income Today rider, 30% bonus, activate income within the first 12 months, you're going to generate an industry-leading $6,700 in guaranteed lifetime income. But in that scenario, what's the client foregoing? They're losing out on those 2 additional 7.5% income bonuses. So instead of activating the rider immediately, what we're going to do is take advantage of the flexibility of the product. And we're going to get that income by leveraging that 10% penalty-free withdrawal. Through that 10% penalty-free withdrawal, we're going to withdraw roughly 6.9% or $6,932. Now, why we do that, yes, our income account or benefit base is being reduced down by that withdrawal. But it's also because we haven't activated the rider, it's being offset or replenished by those 2 additional 7.5% bonuses. Then after that second contract anniversary, we activate that rider. We've captured that full industry-leading 45% bonus, and we lock in that $6,932 in guaranteed lifetime income, or 3 to 4% more than if that client had activated that income immediately. So again, we know the cost of living is increasing. We know the challenges and pressures clients and prospects that we're talking with are facing right now. If we have the ability to squeeze every single penny we can by leveraging the industry-leading benefit-based bonuses within the product, the flexibility of the product, isn't that going to be seen as a benefit to that individual? We can also do that with the Income Tomorrow strategy. Create sort of an inflationary hedge, a cost of living increase. Again, 67-year-old client, $100,000 deposit. If we were to activate income immediately, we're going to generate roughly $6,600 in guaranteed lifetime income. But instead of doing that, what we're going to do is elect the Income Tomorrow rider. We're going to let that 14% roll-up work for your client for the first couple of years. And we're going to use the penalty-free withdrawal to create an income stream for that client for the first few years. You see year 1 and 2, we're going to withdraw 6.5% or $6,500. Why we take that withdrawal, yes, we're reducing our income account down, but we're replenishing it with that 14% roll-up. Year 3 and 4, we increase that income by up to 7%, and we receive $7,000 in income through the penalty-free withdrawal. Year 5, we activate that guaranteed lifetime income. You can see now we lock in roughly a 7.5% withdrawal or $7,500 in guaranteed lifetime income for that client. We've again maximized income, squeezed every single penny we can by taking advantage of the flexibility as well as the industry-leading 14% roll-up that you have with the Income Tomorrow strategy. Now, I want to share one other idea. I know there's a lot of information on the screen here, but the one point we're trying to make with the screen in front of you, you saw the benefits from an income perspective, but what about from a tax liability to the consumer? You've heard me say multiple times, and I don't know if you've caught on, but that the Income Today or Income Tomorrow roll-up applies solely to the income account. It does not apply to the account value side of things. What's the cost to the client there? If they needed to walk away from the policy or if they wanted to have a death benefit there, we're obviously reducing that by the income that's coming out. There's no bonus on the account value side to offset those income withdrawals that are coming out. But what's the benefit? The fact that the client's not able to walk away with these bonuses. They're only able to receive these bonuses if they activate that guaranteed lifetime income rider. The benefit there is we're not negatively impacting their cost basis. They're not taxed on the benefit up to 45% bonus or 14% simple roll-up. Their only taxation liability is on the cost basis of when the funds moved, plus any potential minimal growth inside of the contract based on allocation strategies. So a lot of different great opportunities that you can really position to maximize the strength of personal income annuity. Now, quickly, I just want to walk through personal protection choice. This is a product that still provides a competitive lifetime income with the very popular, again, income today, income tomorrow rider. You have that same up to 45% bonus with the today rider, 14% roll up with the tomorrow rider. The difference is the payout factors are going to be slightly reduced. So you're not getting as much guaranteed lifetime income with this product as you were with personal income annuity. Before that slightly reduced income, you have the opportunity to attach our care protection benefit, a benefit that's going to enhance that guaranteed lifetime income your client's receiving by up to 250% if they were to go into a nursing home, by up to 175% if your client's not able to fill 2 of 6 ADLs and needs in-home care. The differentiators, the why personal protection choice. Nassau is going to pay this enhanced income directly to your client for up to 5 years as long as they continue to qualify, even if the account value is depleted to 0. Now let's quickly think of the good and the bad. Obviously, with a 5-year enhanced income, if your client were to go into a nursing home or need in-home care at, say, 60, 65, chances are they're gonna obviously outperform that 5-year period, so they're gonna take a potential hit by not having a lifetime enhanced guarantee from an income perspective. But the benefit here is think about when the average critical care stay starts, right? It generally happens when a client's maybe in their late 70s, at some point in their 80s, maybe even their 90s. And if they've been taking income from this asset for 10, 15, maybe 20 years, chances are there's very minimal value left. And if we were then to enhance it by up to 250%, we're going to run through the remaining account value pretty quickly. And actually, industry standards show that the average critical care benefit runs for less than 2 years before the account value has depleted. Your client with the Nassau Personal Protection Choice is going to have the peace of mind to know that their benefit, that enhanced income, is going to pay for up to 5 years, even if the account value is depleted to 0. At the end of 5 years, your client's still living, we just revert back to that guaranteed lifetime income stream. But let's look at a dollars and cents benefit to that. Here you can see 66-year-old client. They had a $250,000 initial deposit. We defer 5 years, so we elected the income tomorrow rider, where our benefit base is growing at 14% simple per year. At age 71, your client activates that lifetime income and starts receiving $19,210 in guaranteed lifetime income. They receive that $19,10 for 10 years or until they turn age 81. So now we're 15 years into the contract. At age 81, your client goes into a nursing home. Nassau is going to enhance that $19,210 up to $48,025. Now you can also see, based on hypothetical growth, because of the income that's been coming out, the account value sits at under $34,000, meaning we don't even have enough account value to cover that enhanced income for 1 year. So your typical care benefit in the industry today is going to pay that $33,862 and then revert back to that $19,210 in income, providing roughly $111,000 in benefit over that next 5 years. With Nassau picking up the difference, paying that for 5 years as long as the client continues to qualify, you've got over $240,000 in benefit paid directly to your client, or almost $130,000 more, helping that client get the care that they need, helping that family offset any potential financial challenges they have. That's the strength of the Nassau care benefit inside the personal protection choice. And last but not least, we also have legacy protection. You have a lump sum death benefit rider that's going to roll at 10% simple through age 70, 5% simple 71 to 85 for a max of 10 years until the client turns age 85, whichever comes first. The why Nassau comes back into this as well. Nassau is going to pay this lump sum and this enhanced death benefit in a full 100% lump sum death benefit directly to the beneficiary. So you can see inside of one product, we've covered an income concern, critical care stay concern, as well as legacy protection. We've done it with one premium and no underwriting that you're typically used to with products that provide these types of benefits. Just like personal income annuity, we also have the ability to illustrate this on a one-page illustration. So you're going to, again, have a side-by-side comparison of all the great benefits the personal protection choice provides. Now, before we wrap things up, really give you the call to actions, highlight some of the things that are coming, I want to quickly mention our accumulation product on the index annuity side, the Nassau Growth Annuity. You can see from a design standpoint, little older issue age, so we go up to age 85, up to $1 million without prior home office approval. And I will tell you, for those of you selling in the state of Massachusetts, it does look at some point during January, we will be able to roll out and have full approval of our product portfolio in the state of Massachusetts. But when you think about the whys, when I talk to the advisors that sell this product the most, what they continue to highlight is the flexibility and customization. You can see this product is available on both a 7 and 10 year surrender charge schedule, which reverts to 7 and 9 in the state of California. Access to cash, 10% penalty free as soon as 30 days after issue. Diversification, simplified diversification. We're going to run through a couple of the crediting strategies, but you see we have unmanaged, no vol control S&P, as well as NASDAQ 100 crediting strategies. We also have vol control, which has some great differentiators or opportunities for you. All these strategies available on a 1 and a 2 year reset, fee and no fee crediting strategies. So a lot of great opportunities to, again, maximize the benefit. So flexibility and customization are the why. But the real sizzle point is the crediting rates. CAP has been a huge, huge opportunity in 2022. And you see Nassau leads the way with one of the top at a 1 year S&P cap, no fee of 11%. Par rates as high as 70% on the S&P. NASDAQ par rates as high as 56%. And remember, S&P and NASDAQ, these are true indices, pure indices. We're not talking about managed strategies. We're not talking about vol control. We're tracking S&P. We're tracking NASDAQ. That's the benefit and the opportunity. The other strategy that you have is our vol control index. That's the Smart Passage Index. It's an index that's comprised of the 200 least volatile stocks inside of the S&P 500. You can see par rates as high as 200% with our Smart Passage Index. 1 year fixed account, 4.45%. A great opportunity, again, for a simplified, diversified story. Let's quickly look at, you can see on the screen in front of you the crediting opportunities. We're going to show you the last, best, and worst 10-year period. As you're looking at these returns, and as I'm talking, I'm going to fast forward through the 7-year rates as well. But I want to quickly highlight two differentiators with the Vol Control Smart Passage Index. An index that's a great complementary sale along the pure S&P or NASDAQ 100 strategies. And that's the fact that our Smart Passage Index has a built-in 16.5% volatility target. Think about the average vol in the vol target index today. It generally probably comes with a 4%, 5% volatility. What that means to the client is limit exposure to the index that we're tracking. If you look over the last 2 years, volatility has hovered at about 25%. If you look at the history of S&P, volatility sits at about 16%. So if you take that volatility in today's environment of 25%, you give me a 5% vol target index. That means I'm really tracking the index about 20% of the time. I'm limiting my upside opportunity. I'm limiting my exposure. With the Smart Passage Index, and you can see that on the screen, the 7-year returns, because we have that 16.5% vol target, we have more exposure to the index that we're tracking. We have higher overall, through the duration of a contract, higher upside opportunity. And again, running alongside a pure S&P and NASDAQ 100 gives you the opportunity to really maximize that accumulation story with your client. Not only that, a very strong renewal rate history. So the rates that you saw on the screen a couple minutes ago aren't just, the fancy, flashy first-year rates. We base a lot of what we're doing off of volatility. In renewal periods, if volatility is higher than it was during the last rate reset, generally what you're seeing is renewal rates will have to decrease a little bit. But if volatility is lower during renewal periods than it was in prior rate settings, you're going to see those renewal rates increase. And we've been able to maintain that throughout the duration of the Nassau Growth Annuity. So we'll continue to be transparent. We'll continue to be open with the rates and opportunities that are there. So to bring us full circle, a sort of holistic approach to product placement, depending on what the risks and concerns your client is really most concerned about, you're going to be able to pick a quadrant, pick a product that maximizes the benefit to your clients. Whether that's guarantee-based or accumulation-based, we've got you covered. Great industry-leading payout factors. We saw those increase earlier this year back in mid-September by as much as 27% across the board. Some industry-leading crediting rates, both on the FIA side with Nassau Growth Annuity, with that simplified, diversified accumulation story, or industry-leading rates with our multi-year guaranteed annuity portfolio. And last but not least, some great compensation enhancements. Our way of thanking you for working with Nassau with insurance agency marketing. Earn up to as much as 85 basis points on submits and issues through year end. Help qualify for Nassau Elite. Again, a value add program that's going to offer compensation bonuses. Service enhancements, as well as the opportunity to attend our Elite Retreat celebrating your successes. So with that said, Marcus, I'm going to kick it back to you, but before I do, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your schedule. I know it's year end, this is the final push, the final crunch. We've got some great opportunities. Hopefully you saw that with the product portfolio. But continue to look at communication from Marcus, the entire insurance agency marketing team. Over the first couple weeks of 2023, we're going to have some great announcements as well. Leverage the great product portfolio, compensation opportunities, as well as be on the lookout for some great enhancements coming over the next couple weeks. So again, thank you for your partnership. Thank you for the opportunity to earn your business. Marcus, thank you for all you do. Have safe, Merry, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas. Marcus, I'm sure we'll probably hopefully have a couple questions, so I'll kick it back to you to wrap things up.
No, I appreciate that, Jake. Yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them down in the right-hand box. But I did open a poll if you want more information on Nassau, or if you have a client in mind that might be a good fit for these solutions that Jake covered this morning. Please email me or give me a call. I'll be more than happy to put together some quotes for you on the products covered this morning, or get you information on the carrier, contracting on the carrier this morning as well. But I don't show any questions out there this morning, Jake, besides a question for the wealth management folks. So I do appreciate the partnership with Nassau Re. They've been a premier partner of insurance agency marketing. I appreciate everyone taking time to listen in this morning. Hope everyone has a happy and safe holiday season. And I will look forward to seeing everyone on the next webinar. Have a great day. Thank you.